Hello everybody, Iain, Robson, welcome back to FS19 on New Woodshire Farm. Today we are doing a little bit of seating, and already got the GPS set up here, and we're going to just go get right into it. So I got it set to 9.2, which should be the, or 8.9 I should say, sorry, which should be the right seating width if I go to the seaters, which is right in front of my face, but I can't see it. Here we are. We are using this guy right here, which is 9.0 meters. So we're going to be seating right now at, we're seating at 8.9, which is right in the money right there, so which is good for us. I'm just going to leave that up. Do a couple headlands at the end there. Make our lives a little bit easier. There we go. I don't know. I've come to really like this tractor. I think it's just because with the dualies in the back, I think it's what I like so much about it. For some reason, I don't know if that's. I'm not sure if that's the only reason, but that's what I feel like it is. So I could put dualies in the front too, but I just like the way it looks better with the dualies just in the back. There's the same thing for what was the other one? There was another tractor that I had that was like that I really liked. Oh, it needs to be plowed. Oh, that's right. Well, guess we're not plowing that this time. Alright. And it's funny how efficient you can be when you have the GPS as well. Like I find with the markers, like if you were to use the markers on the side of this thing, so like that thing or that, they are efficient, but I just find you have to kind of, you know, pay attention more, I guess. And admittedly, I don't always pay attention to where I'm driving. I like to look around a lot, so this makes my life a little bit easier in this scenario as well. So, which is better for me. So, excellent. And with the extra horsepower on this tractor too, it's nice because then you can really just power through most things. Let's go to the end over here. There we go. You can power through most things, so if you have like a bit of a hill or something like that, this tractor won't have any difficulties. Now I did think about trying out the which one was it? This guy on the GPS as well, but I wasn't sure. The tractor I actually have right now actually has more horsepower technically, so than this one. So that's why I think it's one of the reasons why I stuck with this one, but I haven't used the 8 series much, so I thought I'd give it a go and see what it's like. Good. And I like how this automatically kind of just slows down when you get close to the end too, which is nice. That was something you had to kind of set up with the previous GPS, where this one just kind of does it automatically, which is nice. So there is kind of like, you know, less possibility of screwing up. It's still gonna happen, of course, but it's not gonna be as bad. One thing I will say is that I do notice that it's a bit laggy when you're toggling and enabling and disabling the guidance steering. It does seem to be a little bit laggy at times on the server. Not always, but at times. Like right now, it's perfectly fine. But sometimes when just starting up initially and using it, it seems like it can cause some problems. But it's more just, so as far as I can see right now, it's just a lag. There we go. Let's get this last little pass over here, it looks like. And we'll do a couple headlands, clean up any edges we may have missed. This is going to be a weird edge, but we'll do this. I guess we don't need to fall that. We can do like this and not plant the grass. Hopefully. There we go. Now what will be interesting is when they decide to make this with contours and stuff like that, so it actually, the GPS would go around this and kind of contour this edge. And that's going to be really cool when we see that. But I don't know how easy it is to do in this game. Most of the time it's not very easy. There we go, that's that. Let's do a headland around the edges here at least. There we go. Right there. And then we have the whole edge there already. Let's do a little zip around here. And do the other little section in here that we have missed apparently. There we go. And we'll get the corner, and then that'll be that, I think, on this field. Keeps it nice and simple. Yeah, I totally forgot about the plowing part. I forget how much you actually use. It should say, I suppose, in the information about how much you gain or how much you lose by not doing something. I think that is it on that end too. Yeah, that's good enough. Now take it nice and easy on here. The number of times I've actually hit the rear dually tires on the edge of that thing is ridiculous. Alright, let's go into our menu, switch it up, go into field 3, which is this one right here. Again, we need to set up our auto width, which actually might just be set up already. No. Let's straighten her out here a little bit, drive forward a little bit. Auto width, yeah. I don't know why it does that, but it seems to want to like kind of adjust it to incorrect. Oh, I don't want soybeans again. Let's do oats, barley, canola, soybeans. Let's do canola here, I guess. There we go. And this is where having the extra horsepower is nice to have on the hills and stuff like this. And also having a little bit of extra weight. Now this one already has a weight box, like a weight on the front. Although it's kind of molded into it. It's got the hydraulics right in there with a 3-point hitch. I don't know how many tractors like this in Canada would have a well, maybe would have a 3-point hitch on the front on this one. I think maybe you might see that if it were for silage. You might see that. A 3-point hitch, maybe not the well, you would have to have the hydraulics in the front anyways, so. Okay. Let's go around the edge. We'll go to the other end here. Yeah, I'm not sure what it would be the situation here in Canada. I think I don't know, it depends on the farmer, of course, like it always does, but it's a possibility, I suppose. Something like this you probably would see doing silage. Like I mean, when I say doing silage, I mean like in the bunker, most likely. Leveling silage. Sometimes you see that for something like this, and then sometimes it's other things. So tillage is pretty common, seeding, whatnot. I'm not sure if this is. Welcome back.
Hi Ian, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad.
There we go. Get her started here. Excellent. I just left it down for the time being. It leaves less missed edges, basically. Alright, just finishing up the last pass on this field here. It's pretty quick when you're efficient. Especially when you have the GPS mod giving you, like, you know, you're like 0.1 meter off, so you're not missing much, really.
Yeah, I guess it's easy to do because you've got all those trees in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of just miss it really easily. There we go. And I think what we'll do is we'll put wheat in one of these fields. Let's go for oats, maybe. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll just hire a worker on here. Get him started off. There we go. He's completed the task. It's gonna say, really? I'm not sure why it thinks it's finished, but it seems to think he's finished doing the work. Like I said, not sure why though. There's a couple fields in here that are kind of bizarre, it seems like. The field edges seem to kind of get mixed up often by the hard workers. Alright, let's try this. Let's hire a worker now and see what happens. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what the reason was behind that. So, also, Country Gaming just pointed out that we actually have a field over here that we should probably harvest. Now, did I return that header already? That looks like it's a yes. So let's grab our combine here. Wherever it is, right over here. Actually, we're close to the shop here anyway, so let's grab a corn header for this guy right here. And we'll take care of a field that we've been neglecting. She just pointed it out. I'm like, yeah, you have a field over here, don't you know that? I'm like, oh yeah, that one. This is for the Activia 30... an RSM 160. I think that's the one we have right now. Let's just confirm that. We do have the RSM 160. Yes, we're renting that one, I think. Good. Corn headers. Let's get this guy right here. I guess we are leasing this one. Main color, we'll leave it at that and just lease it. It's working well to have the lease, I guess, because what's happening is it's easy to change out your equipment. Then you can go from what you're using here to what something else. So also you notice that this is what happens in the server sometimes. You'll see that I know there's a floor there, but it's like it's like disappeared. So
Guys, remove the door. I'll be back in an hour or so.
No worries.
okay, have a good one. Alright, let's grab that header from over here, and I'll meet you in the field. Alright, just getting started in the field here. Shouldn't take too long. It's sunflowers, and I don't think they've been fertilized or anything for ages, so I suspect they're probably not doing so great anyways. But that's okay. We'll get it rolling. We'll get it rolling here. Put something, maybe we'll put poplars in here and do some poplar baling or something ridiculous. Or foraging. I'm not sure where the nearest... do they still have the... I'm just going to hire a worker here real quick. Do we still have the heating plant? Standard in-game stuff looks like it's a no. Wonder why they took that out. That's wood chips. Yeah, I guess they don't have it anymore. What on earth's going on here? Because I was just curious if we were to use a forage harvester and then on this area right here, and then forage harvest the poplars on this small little field, and then put it into the cell point, the heating plant. But I don't think I know there's a mod out for it right now, but I guess it I haven't really messed around with it too much, so. And I don't really mess around with wood chips ever, really, so I'm not too worried about it. But I was just kind of curious to see if it was like standard in-game stuff again. But I guess like it's not. So also, I realized that this track doesn't have GPS, so I was trying to bring up the GPS menu. So because I hadn't purchased the add-on, I was like, oh right, I can't do that. So not super helpful. Not super helpful when you're trying to be like, oh, let's use the GPS.
Ian, I have one of those cloud things.
You have a what, sorry?
A cultist cloud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I noticed that your field 5 needs plowing.
I noticed that too. Actually, I just planted that field, and then I was like, oh right, I should have plowed that. Guess well, it's gonna wait till next time.
Oh, okay, yeah, because because when I first came on earlier, well, a couple of hours ago now, I noticed it hadn't been planted, and I thought, should I or shouldn't I plow his field for him?
Actually, with GPS, it should be pretty easy. Well, easier, but it's not. You still can't hire a worker, unfortunately, to walk away from it.
Yeah, only you can hire a worker. If I was to do it, I wouldn't be able to hire a worker.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they still haven't made that possible, but
I don't know either. I mean, if I didn't have my own farm and I was just working for you on your farm, then I'd be able to hire a worker.
I know, isn't that bizarre?
I know, it's just weird.
Let's see. Does this field need plowing? No, but it needs lime. Yeah, I don't know. Do we even have plowing turned on? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I thought we didn't, but maybe we do.
I think we used to, but I think it's turned off now. But because all the fields needed to be plowed, the notification that it needs plowing is still showing up.
Oh, that's right. I think that's what's happened exactly. Yeah.
It didn't disappear.
Mm-hmm. Alright, just finishing up the last pass in this field right here. Apparently we're going to miss a little tiny bit here. Good. Get the last little bit here. Did a pretty good job, actually. I'm pretty surprised. There we go. Let's get that done there. Excellent. Then we can fold up his head and drive it back to home base, so to speak. I guess we could just drop it off straight into the silo.
And I know this doesn't have anything to do with Farming Simulator.
Okay.
It's to do with ATS actually.
Alright.
ATS 1.35, I think is the next update. That's now in beta.
Oh, it is, eh? Which was that's the one with the new lights, I guess?
New lights, new roads, that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Actually, last night, or rather, very early hours of this morning for me, I was having trouble sleeping, so I went on my iPad and I checked out Twitch, and SES was doing a live stream of the 1.35 update in ATS, and showing the different, like with the changes that they've made.
Nice.
And then so I didn't watch all of it because I was like dozing off to sleep while I was trying to watch it. I mean, like by this is like at I don't know 2-3 o'clock this morning for me. And then I saw on Twitter later today that SES has now released it in the beta format on Steam.
Nice. That's gonna be kind of cool. I haven't seen the patch notes very much yet, to be honest with you, but I know they're adding a couple new roads and they're made some adjustments to the lights. But that's as far as I know.
Yeah. Yeah, they were showing around on the live stream. They was driving around Oregon.
And they didn't show anything in Washington, I guess, yet, eh?
No.
Alright, let's put this back in our shed over here.
In the DLC section of Steam, they've still got that as there's no release date. It's just still showing as coming later this year.
Oh, okay.
Which can be whenever.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, folks, that'll be it for me for today. I'm going to head out to work. My name's Iain, and I hope you enjoyed. If you like what challenge, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more FS19.